What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to talk about this topic real quick. I've been getting a lot of messages since Dodge has finally ended the ability to order a 2023 Charger or Challenger Hellcat Scat Pack. So everybody is going crazy trying to find one to buy. Should they buy a used one? Should they buy one off the lot? And excuse me, guys, I got this retainer in my mouth. And I would say this. You can buy one off the lot right now, but you're going to pay a markup and the interest rate is going to be super high. Now, a lot of people have been saying they don't care about the interest rate. This is the last call. It's an investment. And I'm going to say this. Depending on how your money look, depending on your whole situation, because everybody's situation is different. It's easy to justify in your mind why you will pay a high interest rate on an auto loan, why you will pay a high markup. Because when you want something real bad, sometimes you will make a bad decision. And these Hellcats and Scat Packs and RTs and V6s, they are very tempting. And if you actually in a position to buy one and you're sitting at the desk and they're saying, hey, the interest rate is going to be 12%, you can refinance it later and this and that. And that may be true. But you have to get out of your feelings and really think about, does it make sense for me to pay 11% on a $130,000 car? I mean, that's a crazy, insane payment. I'm gonna tell you like this. Initially, you would feel like I'm okay with that. And you'll be happy that you got the car. But when that newness wears off, and I've said this before, guys, in previous video, and don't get me wrong, I'm just responding to a question that somebody sent me my DM. Somebody sent me in my DM because they were actually at the dealership getting ready to buy a 23 last call. And I think the out the door price was like $135. The interest rate was like 10.5%. And to me, that just seemed like an insane car payment. I don't care if you do have a good job, unless you're rich, that just seemed like it's too high to me. But again, you have to really think about it, guys, because I'm gonna tell you something. Once that newness wears off and that payment starts coming in on a frequent basis, especially if you financing a $130,000 car at 11% or 10%, it's going to be either 84 or 92 or 96 months. That's a long time to pay $1,800 or whatever the payment is going to be at 10%. And leave it in the comments, guys, what that payment will be. That's a long time to pay that. And if you're not ready, that's why the repossession rate is super high right now on these cars, because people are getting emotional about the cars and just signing up for anything. So I'm just telling you guys, do not sign up for something you know you cannot handle. Just taking a leap of faith and all that kind of stuff. Guys, all that stuff sound good, but you got to think about it. Think about how much you're really going to pay for that car. If you're paying $130,000 for a car on a 10% loan, guys, you're paying a ridiculous amount of money when that car is paid for. If you pay it for it. If you pay it off. A lot of people won't pay it off. They probably try to trade it in. They always say cars are not an investment. But I know with these last calls, with these Hellcats, I'm not really sure about the Scat Packs. I don't know how much of an investment a Scat Pack is going to be. So I would suggest you just buy the Scat, keep it, pay it off, and enjoy the car. It may be worth some money if you don't drive it. And guys, I'm gonna tell you, sometimes I don't want to make videos like this because people will say, oh, you hating and this and that and the third. No, I'm just trying to educate the younger cats and even some of the older cats about making financial decisions that make sense and not being emotional about it. You got to take your emotions out and really think about what you're about to do. And shout out to everybody who was actually able to afford a last call 23, especially the YouTubers. You know, I understand a lot of YouTubers buy these cars for, you know, for YouTube, and I understand that because, hey, you can make a lot of money on YouTube, especially if you got a Hellcat. If you know how to make, if you could get creative with your videos, you can make some money having a Hellcat on YouTube. So shout out to all the guys who were able to buy a Hellcat, just in general, even if it's an older Hellcat. Shout out to you guys. I just hope that everybody is really being smart about it. And sometimes, you, like I say, you take a leap of faith and you hope things work out, especially if you're a YouTuber and you buy a Hellcat. Because, you know, YouTube is up and down. Guys, it'll never go back to how it used to be. I don't know if auto loans are ever going to go back to 2% and, you know, 3%. I mean, I know some cars you can get low interest rates right now, like Toyotas and, you know, brands like that. But as far as with these Hellcats and stuff, I don't know if you're going to ever be able to get super low rates like you did in the past before the pandemic. So I just wanted to make a quick video. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, man. Just make sure you're making the right decision and a smart decision, because these cars ain't going nowhere. There's plenty of them out here to buy. You can get you a used one. I know everybody say don't buy a used Hellcat, don't buy a used Scat Pack. Yeah, don't buy a banged up one. Don't buy one that got 30, 50,000 miles on it. Yeah. But hey, we all spend our money on something, and some people, if you're a car person, you can easily justify in your mind to pay a really high car note because it's something you want, you work hard, you feel like you deserve it. But sometimes if you just show a little patience, things will work out for you. But my whole message, guys, is just be smart about it, because you don't want to collapse your whole life, you know, buying a car. And trust me, but I understand. Trust me, I do. I get it. I know how emotionally attached you can become to a vehicle if you want something real bad. At one point, I wanted a Hellcat really bad, and people probably still think, oh, you know, you want a Hellcat. You know, who don't want a Hellcat? But guys, there's a lot of cars. I want a Lamborghini, but the Lamborghinis are just too expensive. So the Hellcat is in the too expensive category right now, so I'm okay with not having one, you know. But again, I just like to be able to be comfortable. When I go outside to get in my car, I'm not stressing, because I got this super high car payment, and you know, I have to struggle and do a whole bunch of extra stuff just to afford it. I'm not ready to do that. It's not worth it to me. It's just not, because at the end of the day, it's all transportation. And even my 300, that's a toy for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not buying that car as an investment. I'm not buying it for YouTube. I'm not, of course it's going to be on YouTube, but, and my 300 should be here Friday, guys. Friday, no later than Monday. So when it gets here and I go over the numbers, if it makes sense, your boy be riding in the 300C limited edition. If it doesn't make sense, I won't have one. Bottom line. Will I be happy about it? No. But it is what it is. I'll be happy that I didn't make a bad decision, and because I got a lot of other things to worry about and to think about. So I ain't gonna already drag this video out too long, guys. But like I told y'all, when I get a question I would like to answer, I'll make a video about it. So if you're new to my channel, hit the like button. I want to hear y'all opinion, man. Leave your comments. I know a lot of people are buying cars right now because they have no choice. And also you buying it because you figure maybe later on you can refinance it. And that's a possibility. But just make sure you can handle that payment before you can refinance it, because the payment not going nowhere until you can refinance it. So just make sure you get on top of that, and you know, you got everything taken care of. So guys, hit the like button, subscribe, leave your comments. I want to interact back and forth with you guys about this. I appreciate y'all watching. I see y'all on the next one. Peace.